Good afternoon, folks. We are back and live once again. Let me get everything switched over to the right layout, and we will jump back into Warriors Abyss. Alright, we should have audio and video. And I think we're good. So we are going to be picking up kind of where we left off before in Abyss, but we've got new things to check out because this game just got an update that dropped today, I believe. Either today or last night in my time zone. So let's go to the hall. There are 3 new characters that were part of the recent vote that Tecmo Koei did from characters across the series. And where did they put them? Here's one. This is Zul'Cy, the Mystic. Okay, this guy starts with 3. 3 emblems, independent grace, talent. Unlocking him gets overall base health up of 5, only 5k in embers. Second one, Yujin. I actually don't know this character. I think he's from a later Dynasty Warriors that I haven't played. From Wei, skill, and strength. For him, we have strength up 1% for the global bonus. Where's the third one? No, she's in Wu. Where is she? Ah, here. Yan Shi. For her, we get defense up. %. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the new unlocks on the board here. My guess is there's going to be hopefully more frequent updates with more characters. But these are the ones that were part of the fan vote, so they were added for this update. There's a third character that, or fourth character that's going to be probably part of the next one. Another one that I don't know, Dongbai. But take a look at the overall list, and they'll show up in their factions. There's Yujin. No, she should be over here. And Zul'Cy is going to be an independent faction here. And now we can see also the skills that come with each of these 3. So Wise Sage, base ability, get a free revive when health hits 0. Increases Total number of all attribute emblems by 20%. So every single one gets a boost. This is the first character that has an ability like that. And don't have his weapon. Okay. Maybe what we'll do is we'll unlock weapons for the 3 so we can see what their set skills are and maybe their transcendence too. For Lian Shi, Beautiful Guardian increases attack and defense by 3% for every Wu emblem. Moderately charges assemble gauge when you attack with burn. Okay. Moderately is higher than what we've seen on some of the other ones, so it looks like you'd probably build her for fire. And flitting petals. That's her weapon. Is that a bladed flail? That character was, I think I mentioned before, she was kind of a brawler in other games. I don't recognize. Oh, I moved one. It's like a melee blade weapon. That also doesn't look familiar because I'm pretty sure she had gauntlets or something in some of the other games. Okay. And where's Yujin? Stern and Invincible General. Increases attack against enemy barriers. 3% for every strength emblem. That's interesting. Cuts 1 second from cooldown and inflict freeze. Okay. And Heaven's Judgment is his weapon. Okay, let's at least get the weapons unlocked. See what they do, and then maybe I will invest in the Transcendence and revert it until we take someone out. Or I could leave it. We'll start from the bottom. $50K for her weapon. So for flitting petals, shortens cooldown for Sun Quan by 20% and increases attack by 20. Inflict burn creates an explosion that inflicts enemies with more burn. Okay, so she has a character specific boost. I think that is related to her story. Okay. Interesting. So I guess you would want to make sure you get him on the team to get that bonus. Her tactic and abilities: Explosive Bullet and Young Tigress. 30% boost for Torchbearer and Grace heroes. Okay. On Transcend, 4% for every woo, so that goes up by 1. And then the bonus boost goes up by another 10, it looks like, from 20 to 30. Okay. Now Yujin. Whoop. Heaven's Judgment increases attack range for player hero and summoning skills. Increases attack and defense by 10% for every 5-way elite emblem. Attack range up. That's also the first ability on a character that we've seen. It doesn't say by how much though. Oh, and his tactic does the same thing if you recruit him onto your squad. Alright. So in Transcend, is that What changed? Did it go up? Oh no, I didn't actually buy it. %. That's 2% increase on his ability. On his main set skill, it goes up from 3% to 5 against enemy barriers for every strength emblem. Okay. And that doesn't change his tactic. Interesting. Yeah, alright, where's Zul'Cy? Function deck is his weapon. Extra wound damage to enemies, including bosses, and upgrades wound damage. So you build this guy with Slay. Total number of attribute emblems by 30% if you have Book of Concealment, which is one of the post-boss treasures. Book of the Art of Concealment. Wow. So that means if you get that treasure in a run, in total, 50% boost to all attributes? Okay. That seems like it could be pretty strong. His unique tactic, extra wound. And upgrades damage. Okay, similar to his base skill when you have him recruited. It is interesting that there is no number attached to that. Slay is the only element that inflicts wound. But it is interesting that he comes with the other elements too. Kind of gives him good utility as a recruitable hero. Alright, on Transcend, what does this guy get? So he can revive twice. Total number of emblems goes up by 30. And 50%. So 80% boost. Yeah, from 20 and 30 to 30 and 50. 80% increase to all emblems. That's crazy. Okay. We'll refund that for now. I want to try all 3 of the new characters, but I want to do it in a run that I shouldn't have any issue beating while we farm. Let's try out Lian Xi first. This is the character I know. I've played with Zul'Cy before, but it's been a while, and Yujin is brand new to me. So we can go T4, 5. Let's try T5. Keep the vigor record on. She doesn't come with any costumes. I haven't even looked to see what kind of cosmetics that came with the new characters. Okay, this might be a little challenging with the cumulative level 0 character, but we can at least test the move sets. Okay, ground speed's fast. And yeah, her weapons were like kind of short range melee blades. Okay, before we move on, let's actually look at her combos. So C1, okay, that looks familiar. That's a launch. And she gets these orbs that accumulate when she hits a charge move, I think. She has a resource system. Those orbs change how her combos end, I think. Yeah, in fact, I'm going for triangle attacks. That gets her 1. And then if I hit it again, it changes into that. Her C2. Okay. C3. That gives her 4 of them. But it looks like that sweep is a cash out of all that she's got. Okay. And that's as far as we can go without unlocking more of the moveset. Okay. Moveset seems like what I remember from the last time I played that character. What we'll do is we'll build her for pure damage. We'll go Vigor, Skill, Fire. Try and get Sun Quan on the team since she has a skill that boosts him. Combo strings do change, and I'm pretty sure it's tied to her orb resources. Just kind of tinker around with the combos and see what happens. So two big hits in front, and then looks like a far-reaching projectile. You get skill. Okay, that'll work, I guess. We'll need Bolt, but let's see what that unlocks. That's C4. Okay, did she get C5 yet? No. 5 orbs, though. Do they stay per floor? They do not. Okay, C4 will get her 5 orbs. finish the combo. Okay, with 5 going into this triangle combo gives that. That's 3. Oh, there he is. So that should reduce his cooldown by 30% and boost his summon attack by 30. Maybe I should put her on, or put him on the first slot so I can summon him more often. Yeah, we'll do that. Speed or Muso? I'm gonna go speed. What's our cooldown like if we summon him normally? 23. It's not bad. No, that does go out a pretty decent range. Puts up to 5 fire. Now we test our damage against first boss. We're gonna get under half. I don't think we're gonna one bar it. We'll be close. Ooh, just barely. Okay. Defense up, health up. I'm gonna go for number 3. Not the best choices for like a purely offensive build, but maybe we'll get lucky and get either red hair or Matsukaze as we go. Because getting that bonus on top of our bonus for Sun Quan would be ideal. Being able to summon spam that guy would be kind of an interesting semi-summon spam build. Wonder how good the damage is if you do that. One thing they fixed with this update I was reading on Reddit, they fixed the sound problem with the Sin spitters. So now not screeching directly into my ear. Zetsu on the team. Okay, still doing pretty good damage. Then we're gonna go Vigor. Try and get that up. Range, attack power. We want shockwaves. We'll save our tears. I also need a good formation. At some point we're gonna need to grab a cauldron. Alright. Need more skill. That works. Let's see. You can try and gamble. Evasion cooldown is nice. We'll take that. Almost missed. Okay, we can test to see if that unlocked another part of her combo set. Yep, that's C5. And I think it changed her combo ender. Yeah, it did. I'm gonna have to look up a guide on how her combos work. Every time this character shows up in a game, I have to relearn how her mechanics work. Maybe we could put Dong Jewel in Kotaro's spot, and then we have almost a full fire team. That's real damage, though. It's a little squishy. Still want to hit skill 12. Put you here. And I forgot Huang Gai was here too. We'll put him there. Now we have a full fire team. That was almost 160 enemies in one swipe. One. Let's bunch them up and see if we can take them all out at once. Nice. I like the mobility on her combos. I just feel like I'm not controlling her too well. But on T5, we're doing okay so far. Alright, we'll get Lubu. That gets us up to 7. Skill 7, Vigor, 7 Fire. Let's see if I can get a good formation. Hawk's Wings, 3% for every flame emblem, so that's 21%. We could do that. Okay, we'll take Cha-Cha. I guess we can get Kunichi. He's the only other one we can afford for the speed. Now we're going up against the bird. Nope, we're not going anywhere. Oh, I can one bar, no problem. Okay. Damage is still holding. Major DPS check will be boss number 3, though. Come on, summon cooldown. No, summon cooldown. Guess we'll take Chariot. Experience up, yeah. Useful. aim that properly this time. A lot of stuff on screen. Gotcha. Ooh. Take that. More range up. Okay, skill 9. Getting closer. Oh, I forgot to change my formation. We'll do it on this floor. Okay, 30 seconds total for Sun Quan on quick summon. Not bad, not spammable. Take the bonus. I guess I could be using Assemble more because every time she burns, it says moderately. I kind of want to see how much the bar will fill. We'll test it here. Go fire and skill. I think I'll go skill vigor, even though Trista Sonata would be better. Oh, that is pretty substantial fill on her Assemble. You could absolutely build her for Assemble spam. Go Charm. Especially after that. Additional 30%. Okay, it's going to probably jump up a lot. We will test it. I'm kind of late in the run to redo my build completely. But even if we just stop there with Charm, I think that's a pretty substantial amount of boost. Now we need to go all in on inflicting burn. Oh, there's your Super Muso. I forgot to set my formation again. Okay. Yeah, we're not inflicting burn constantly, but we're almost at a full bar after just a few combos. That's pretty nuts. That'll fill it for sure. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's pretty strong. I don't normally mess around with Assemble too much. That seems like it'd be pretty strong if you build for it specifically. Okay. Now we should do a lot more damage. Ooh. And we have a bot. Okay, bot's been banned. Why didn't their chat message delete too like it normally does? Let me see if I can get that out of there. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Stupid bots. No, just missed the cutoff. Okay, keep pushing fire damage. And just like that, we're already at 50% on assemble. That charge rate's nuts. Bring this one in. No clue. Well, there you are. Okay, additional 20%. Okay, close. We need skill 14. We haven't got any crystal bead drops yet. Well, there's Yujin. Okay, we can unlock Tadakatsu's skill. Increase damage to barriers. Alright, that's pretty good. We'll wait till we get either... Okay, skill tree. There's a crystal bead here. Try and get as close as we can to 14 skill. Alright, who should we... There's Sanada. Okay. And Saika, alright. That gets us to 15 of 14, alright. We don't need to go over, but... Now that's all attacks, all fire all the time. I wonder if... Yeah, we could put you in here. Okay, now the DPS check. Do we have enough firepower to kill this boss in one assemble bar? I think it's gonna need at least 2. Let's see. Hey, we got a hydrate and a stretch from Lava. What's up, Lava? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing alright. Give me a second to get through this fight, and then I will get some mortar and stretch. Well, we're going to be under 50%. Yeah, that's 2 bars. Your DPS checks alright. Not 100% optimized, but I don't think we're lagging too much in damage. What we're doing on this run, Lava, is we're checking out the new characters that were added in the update that just came out. So I'm playing Mian Shi here. She's pretty fun. I played with her in some of the other games. Ooh, I don't have a symbol. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough. Okay, we'll take attack speed. It's fine. This character's already very, very quick. What's new? Get by that. Alright. Water. Stretch. Alright, choices. Karma Ember's up, rerolls, not super great choices. Really would like summon cooldown reduction. We have one more chance on the 4th zone. Works. Okay, our priority attribute type is going to be Vigor. We need to get that 218 by the end of the zone optimally. That's going to be tough, but we only need 7 more. We can do it. Let's see if we can roll. I'll give us 1. Okay, we'll take that. Stat boost during Assemble, since we've been throwing in a lot more with this character. That'll actually be pretty good boss damage too. Okay, we have Guan Yu. Alright, we'll take that. We still need to boost fire. Fire's up to 12. Wow, look at those kill counts go up. Didn't even need to throw Muso. 4 more. It's gonna be close. And to reroll for someone like Zhang Fei, or someone that's got 2 of the Vigor emblems. There's 1. So we'll take what we can get. Probably spring for a cauldron if it pops up. 15k tears. Oh. Get fired. 1 more, we get protective star. So take Nobunaga. Oh, we picked up a crystal bead. Whoa. Maybe we'll use it here and try and double roll for vigor. Ah. I'm gonna miss. Or you sucker. Well, maybe I didn't miss. The nuke might have hit it. Okay. Oh, Hayabusa. Nice. Oh, this maxes out skill at 18. That's good. Okay. We're pretty close. We need 2 more on Vigor to max out. Okay. It's going to be close. But we have 2 more phases. Oh, there's a cauldron. Maybe I'll get lucky. Get the last one here in a better upgraded formation. Nope. I guess we can get Takeda. We'll save the rest. Oh, I should have looked at the prices before I did that. Alright. I'm going to save my tears. We want Vermilion Bird, 7%. Well. I guess we can wait. We know that one's 9k. We'll wait. Probably have to wait till after the bosses to get it before Goma. Do it. Oh, we just get it for free. That's lucky. Okay. Now we need to grab this one for the slashes. All right. That's good. Just in time for the last series of bosses. So with this one, yeah, it's a pretty big hike in overall damage. 7% times 15. That's a pretty big boost. Bloodthirsty. guard. But we're not going to be able to one bar it because we don't have a symbol up. We'll just bank the resources. We'll use it on veteran. Just shy up. That's pretty good barrier damage. Okay, one down. Ooh, it's gonna be close. Ah, not quite enough to one bar it. I'll do it. Done. Okay, final cauldron. You don't need to change formation. You could get charge. Attributes applied. If you don't know. Where is it? Oh, we need to. Okay, yeah. Deals attribute damage when you touch enemies while evading, which will trigger burns, which will boost her meter. Okay, I think we have a pretty good kit together. Oh, interesting test against Goma. Not quite 50%, I think. Nope, a little under. Okay. Okay, we should be able to kill it here. Form 1. Save our symbol for Form 2. Getting animation locked. Yeah, not bad. Got about 30% left. Nope, nope, stay right there. Not quite. Oh boy, keep on my health. I'm not hit by that. Okay, got it. Alright, not too bad. 30-something minutes. I'd say probably a par time for a non-upgraded character. Oh no, 15 minutes. That took a little bit longer. Okay, our overall wrap up. 3.4 million is a little bit on the low side, so I don't think we really optimized our build 100%. I will really just save that. You unlock new art? Yeah. It's nice. Okay, so overall impressions of Lian Xi. She's fun. Based on that run through, she's fast. Fast melee. You could build her for direct damage, but I think if you go element and charm, you could build her for assemble spam. But I think you should do one or the other. I split my build a bit, so I think I lost out on a lot of damage. But I think I'll probably work with her some more. Ease of use 2, rating of 2. I kind of agree with that, just because her combo structure is a little bit unusual. But she's fun. But let's check out Yujin. This is a character I've never played before. Put Transcendence on, and just like the last one, we'll go T5. There you are. Same Record of Sin. We'll go bigger. Kind of build this character the same way. He looks slower. 135 speed. Yeah, he's going to be significantly slower, I think. But this character is pretty popular. A lot of people I saw on the subreddit were talking about him. I just have not played a game he's in. Okay, right away, yeah. Slower foot speed. Ice element. It looks like an install state. So C1. It's got an orb. What does that do? Is it giving me different elements? There's fire, bolt. Huh. Can he give himself different elements? That's what it looks like. C2. Okay, that's pretty fast. Nope, that one seems to always end with bolt. Yeah, okay. That's C3. That's C4. Okay, now he's got two of those little orb things around him. Guess we'll have to either figure out what that does by trial and error, or I'll have to look up a guide. He'll take double skill here. Oh, is he not ice? I thought he was ice. I should actually look at the attribute page more closely. He doesn't start with ice, but he cools down summons whenever he inflicts freeze, so you do want to build him for ice. And strength, which is not a stat I normally prioritize, but it's more barrier damage. Time to gamble. Sweet. 70% is pretty good odds. Oh, now he has wind. I'd like to know how I did that. We will hold on to our beads. We'll wait till a stat that we want to prioritize comes up. $70-30. Getting lucky with the gambles. Now let's see. What does your Muso do? Like a shockwave? Okay, comes out pretty quick. Okay, let's grab a bunch of strength emblems. Imagine if you prioritize getting strength emblems, you can get a ton of barrier damage from this guy. Which would be good for the other modes, like Depths or Void. Since usually what slows down the runs near the end is just the tanky shields on all the bosses. Let's try and get ice. Or not. Oh, that's pretty good. I like the mobility on his combos. Not quite as quick as the Anshi, but still pretty decent movement. We haven't got a single ice emblem yet. Okay, let's see how much damage we do in the first boss, specifically against the shield. That's pretty good damage on the shield for the first boss. Just shy. There's a lot of hits on the Assemble Muso. Okay, what treasures we get? Not great choices again, but I'll take the boost there. That really goes far out. I wasn't paying attention in the distance. Like, it goes almost to the edge of the screen. Okay, we'll still bank our crystal beads until we get stat priority. Either a vigor sapling or a skill sapling. Our range is pretty significant now. The upgrades. I didn't do that. Oh, come on. Eight strength. So it's 5%. Right? Yeah. So 40% shield damage. That's pretty good. Be a good test against the bird boss. Okay, we're at 6 for both vigor and skill. I still have not gotten any ice. This is, I guess, okay for now since it's so cheap. Okay, this will give us ice. Oh, we didn't have invulnerable evade. Maybe that's why I kept getting clipped. Okay, getting close to the boss. We can burn our beads here on the vigor tree. That's nice. Maybe we re-roll here and try and get some of the double emblem characters. This wouldn't be bad too. We'll try and re-roll for our last one. There we go. Big Shimazu. That puts us up to 11. Okay, it looks like that elemental install lasts one full combo? That's what it seems like. And then you have to reapply it. Forgot to set my formation again. Whoa, look at that barrier damage. I wasn't even paying attention. That's a lot. A lot of damage in general. Alright. We'll take red hair. Summon cooldown. Up to 13 strength. So that should be just more barrier damage. What was that, C5? Nope. 6? Hmm. 3. C3. Okay. Oh, that's nice. That gets up to 14. Oh, is this C1 does wind now? Oh, that's got a pretty big blast radius too. Okay, more ice is good. That's 10. Yep, 10 skill. We need 4 more. We don't need to focus on boss enemies here. I should be prioritizing getting kills. Speed the run up. Okay, let's get this to 12. 50% barrier damage. That should make a pretty big difference. We'll test it on Tamahami. Guess we'll go Vigor a little bit further away. We'll max out, or at least hit skill 14. Maybe on the zone, if I get lucky. Perfect. One more for skill, 2 more for vigor, and then I guess we dump the rest into ice and speed, or maybe ice and Muso. Okay, this will get us 14 on attribute. Maybe I can upgrade my formation here. No ice. Let's buy a cheap one and we'll stockpile the rest. A lot of range on that C5. Okay, now it's boss time. This will be a good test for how much barrier damage we do. Pretty good damage on the barrier. Direct damage could be better. Might even get 50%. Oops. I guess I should check to see if I can re-optimize my team. See if we can get close to killing it. Oh, yeah, that's not bad. Someone hit for a lot of damage. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Just a little bit left. Try to finish it here. DPS seems like it's still lagging a bit, but might be able to shore it up before we hit the 4th floor bosses. I'll take this. Okay, that's alright. Vigor would have been better, but we only need one more. It doesn't really change much. This dude's range is pretty nuts. Okay, max out skill. I'll bet if you get him a decent amount of cumulative levels and kind of focus on direct damage, I think he'd be pretty strong on any of the modes. And his speed is decent with the upgrades as well. His ground speed's still somewhat slow, but because I have so much boost from skill, like he attacks fast. There's no issue with speed when he's got the upgrades. And the multi-element thing's cool. Oh, got a free weapon. Nice. That's for Zhang Chunhua. Okay, let's roll for that last figure for 18. That works. Okay, so now we've got the shockwaves, but what we really need is more ice, because right now our dominant element is wind. But if we charge, nope, that doesn't change. That would have been interesting if it did. But we need more ice emblems for it to be ice on the shockwaves. Which trying to figure out which one of the combos ends with like an ice finisher. I don't know that it really works that way. Now the game's giving me ice. Hey, Ramen's here. What's happening, man? Welcome to the stream. Ramen says we love Warriors games. That is definitely true. This one is pretty unique, though. To date, Tecmo Koei haven't made a game like Warriors Abyss. And it just might be one of my favorites. Yeah, so this is the roguelite Vampire Survivors or Hades-esque. They're very build-focused, and there's a ton of characters. I haven't even played with the majority of the cast. What we're doing today is we're touring the brand new characters that were just added with the update that came out today. And this guy, Yujin, is someone I've never played before in other Musou games. Man, he's pretty fun. Okay, some skill duration up 100%. Definitely use that. Oh, now we're tied, so if we clear this floor and get ice, then that should become our dominant element, which is what we need for this guy's skills. Okay, speed up. One sec. Okay, we'll go speed again. Speed ice. And now we have ice element on the shockwaves, which is what I wanted. Ramen says, I began listening to the Dynasty Warriors 4 OST, so many good bangers. Yeah, the Musou series in general has got some really good music. In Warriors Abyss, here, the soundtrack is a collection of tracks from all of the different Musou games. So, Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors, Warriors Orochi. Currently, we're listening to a royalty-free playlist because I've been listening to the in-game music for quite a while, so we're switching it up. But you unlock a lot of the classic tunes as you play. Okay, we're getting close to the end of Zone 4. What we can do is take a look at the stat page and see what our overall damage is at. Have you seen me stream this game before, Ramen? This is probably one of the ones I've been most consistently streaming over the last year. If you haven't seen me stream this before and want me to kind of explain how the build system works, I can. Oh, first time catching? Okay. Let me explain how the mechanics work, since it's very different from any other Musou games. Okay. So, the stat page here, each of these emblems at the bottom you see correspond to different series of stat bonuses that you get on your run. So the first one, the fist, vigor, primarily affects things like damage, ability to break enemy shields, which is important for bosses, attack range. I won't go through every single one, but the next one, skill, focuses on attack speed, enemy shield damage, and element, And so basically, all of the cast in this game, and there's a lot of them, each of the characters has their own sort of focus for their abilities that you base your build for the run around. And so for this guy, Yujin, his main passive stat, Stern and Invincible General, makes it so that every strength emblem, which is the shield over here, this one, every one of those emblems gives you 5% more damage against barriers. Again, really important for bosses. Also, every time you freeze an enemy with the ice element, it cuts 2 seconds from the summoning cooldown, which I'll explain in a sec. And so each of the cast plays a little bit different. Their combos and whatnot are pretty much taken out of the Dynasty or Samurai or Warriors games. But as you go, you get these saplings or these trees, and it rolls a series of characters that you can choose from. And each of the characters has their own emblems that they start with. And so this kind of informs your build choices. Like this guy, Guoljia, has a speed emblem, and the book is Wisdom, which affects Muso damage, and a couple other things. So as you go through the different floors, every time you clear it, usually you get to choose from another character to recruit. And if I go over here to the banner, on the left, this shows all the characters that I've recruited through the saplings, and then you slot them into your team. You have 6 slots. And when you have them slotted into your squad like this, they have their own abilities that they give you. Like for Sun Shangjiang, she gives Tears of Blood, which is a currency used to unlock stuff in run when she's on the squad like this. And so this, whether it's a stat bonus or something else that boosts your abilities, the whole point is to build and optimize your squad of 6 while also using their emblems that they give you to affect the totals down there on the right. So like it says 18 by the fist. That means I've gotten 18 of those characters that have, or 18 emblems from the characters that give vigor, and it's maxed out. And so each run you start with no characters in your squad, and you get to choose who you recruit and build accordingly as you go down. There are 4 zones. Each zone has 8 floors, the 8th floor being a boss. So the whole point of getting to the bottom is to beat the boss and get currency to permanently upgrade your characters, unlock unique weapons for them, which gives different abilities, and that's the meta progression in Warriors Abyss. And so just like Vampire Survivors or Hades or the other roguelite games, there's a lot of focus on building the character with the different characters that you recruit, and then they grow stronger over time, and there's different modes that you can go through. This is the standard game mode. But there's a lot of content, a lot of characters, and overall, there's a ton of stuff to do. I've put well over a couple hundred hours into this game just since it's come out, because I started on Switch and it ran better on PC, so I started over on PC and been streaming it off and on. Okay, so we'll take Toto for ice and speed, was it? And now we're going to the boss floor. This is the end of the 4th zone. We have 2 bosses and then the final boss of the entire run. So the first one basically has a powered up Lu Bu moveset. We do not want to get hit by him. And it might be a little tough to see because when there's a lot of stuff going on, screen kind of becomes soup. But the 6 characters we have in our squad can be summoned by doing the combos and then ending with the triangle finisher. So if I just do square then triangle, it summons the first slot, 2 squares and then triangle, second slot, and so on. And so the characters, when they're summoned, will pop out and they'll do an attack. And there are ways to build depending on which character you're playing as. You can build around like a summon spam where you're just throwing out tons of characters at once to do damage. And the different abilities they have, like attack types essentially, varies by the character to character. And this is assemble. That gold bar that's depleting when it's full, I basically throw that and all the characters kind of pop out in sequence and do damage. And then if you throw Muso before Assemble runs out, you get kind of a powered up version of that. And then this nuke, it's like a spirit bomb. And we were just playing on the run before this, one of the new characters who can be kind of built around an Assemble spam type of strategy, which is a little bit unique for the characters that have been in the game so far. Well, didn't have enough. In order to do damage, you have to break the shield. That's the white bar. And it puts the boss into a stagger state for a bit, where they take actual life damage. But if you don't kill them before they exit the stun state, then the bar regenerates and you have to break it again. And that gets very difficult on the later difficulty runs. But now I gotta fight the second boss. This is Veteran Warrior, who has Honda Tadakatsu's moveset, more or less. And he behaves different than the Lu Bu one. But that's pretty good shield damage. We're not going to get much damage there. I'll have to break the shield again. Okay, shield's down again. Isn't fast enough. Okay, one more shield break, and then this boss will be done. Alright. You're gone. In addition to the boss floors for the first 3, when you beat the boss, you get a treasure, and you get to choose from 3 random rolls, and then that gives you some sort of passive bonus to your abilities, and you get 3 of them from the first 3 bosses, and then that resets every run. But now I need to see if I can get... Nope, where's all the ice formations? These formations here affect your character stats when you're slotting them into your squad, and usually you want to build around whatever main element you're using. I'm using ice, but there aren't any ice ones in the roll here, which kind of sucks. And then we can recruit characters here that roll in the cauldron That's what the red currency, the Tears of Blood. They're used to buy things here for the run. None of this stuff is permanent unlocks, but if you stack up a lot of those tiers, then you can get a bunch of upgrades all at once. Alright, final boss time. This is Goma. This is the main antagonistic force of this particular game. He's sort of demon of destruction. We're in hell, helping out the King of Hell deal with this guy. And so in first form, he's a little bit slow. He has these big sort of sweeping projectiles like that, which I want to avoid. Mechanics work the same. You want to break the shield, do actual damage. Try and take him down as quick as possible. Just under 50%, not quite enough to one bar. Pretty close though. Okay, now it's Form 2. This kid is Enma. He's the King of Hell. He's basically recruited us to help him. Alright, so Final Form Goma behaves a little bit differently. He's faster and has primarily projectile attacks. But the strategy's the same. Dodge, break the shield, pile on the damage. Try not to get hit. Oh, there it goes. Nope, not quite. Shield damage is good, but our direct DPS, I think, is not as high as it could be. When we see the final stats for the run, I can kind of explain what the targets are for trying to hit the breakpoints on stats. Both forms of Goma, usually after the shield regenerates, they'll summon a bunch of just the regular minions on the map to be an annoyance more than anything else. But they're a good opportunity to charge up the different meters, like Assemble specifically. That might not need it. Done. All right, I'm gonna skip the credits since they don't really do much other than just scroll by here. But this is our wrap-up screen for the run. So the traversal level is basically the difficulty. There's 6 tiers and a 7th hidden one. 5 is usually a good baseline for a character when I'm trying to learn how they work. So the Heroes Acquired section shows all the different characters that we recruited into our overall ranks. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is who I had slotted on my squad for the 6 slots, right? And so level, your character gets levels as you go through the run, but they don't stick. There's a different like totaling cumulative system for levels, which I won't bother explaining it. But for the stats, the heart is health, base health. The flexing arm, that's damage. That's the number that kind of matters the most for the run to determine how fast you're killing things. And so for traversal level 5, being between 3,500 and 4,000 is pretty comfy. But as you get some of the perma upgrades for the different cast members and learn how to build optimally for their skill set, you can get that in the really high numbers. I think I've seen maybe 5 digits, but if you get that to maybe like 7 or 8,000, then it just murders everything. The foot is this total speed, and then the shield is total defense. And then those treasures are what I got for the run, and then you can see the emblem spread with all the different icons. In total, that entire run took about an hour, 51 minutes. And that's primarily because we're playing with these characters that are brand new. And so if we go over here to the Hall of Bonded Souls, which I can't zoom out, but this giant tree, these are all the characters that you unlock. I think there's like 100 something now. 122 total unlocks, but there's a bunch of formation and stat stuff in here too. So I want to say like around 100 across the different games. And there's the guest characters are from Ninja Gaiden and Atelier Ryza. But you don't start with any of these characters unlocked. So as you go through runs and complete things, you get these blue flame embers, which is a perma progress currency you get from the runs. And you use that to unlock all the characters. And then once you unlock the characters, here's a good example. You also have unique weapons for the characters, which it won't show me here. Oh, there we go. Each character has a unique weapon that gives them additional passives when they have it unlocked. That was all part of the base game, and then a couple updates in, they added the Transcendence system, which basically is another perma upgrade after you have the weapon unlocked. And when you transcend a character, their passive skills, like the base one, which is number 1, and the weapon skill number 2, they upgrade and change sometimes. And so what's kind of neat is, ideally if you're grinding it out in this game, you want everyone's weapon unlocked, and then you want to transcend everybody. But if you want to focus on characters you like, then you can give them their weapon upgrade, which you can't take back. But the Transcendence thing, you can undo it and get whatever currency it costs back, and you can apply it to someone else. So if I took Ginchio here and I untranscended her, I would get 80k in embers back, and I could use it for something else. But ultimately, I'll have all the weapons and transcendent stuff unlocked for everybody. But that is a long-term investment. And so here's an actual roster list of the characters you pick to go into that main progress mode. Pretty self-explanatory. The cumulative level is another part of the perma upgrade system. After you finish a run, the total levels you got when you completed it get added to that cumulative total, and every 50 you get perma stat upgrades for the characters. And you can also spend the blue ember currency to just give them cumulative levels here. And so if you have a character you just unlocked that you really like and you have enough embers, you can just max them out. It goes up to 750, which gives damage, defense, might be health, and speed perma upgrades for the characters. So if you think about 100-something characters, 2 tiers of upgrades, and then cumulative level upgrades, being able to do all that, that's probably like 500 hours of grinding if you did that. But in addition to the standard mode, there's some bonus or additional modes that allow you to take the characters into other specific rules, essentially, in the runs. And so the one that you saw me playing through is the base mode, and there's a whole bunch. And then you have things like the training hall, where they give you certain constraints for the entire run, and the goal is to get all the way through the different tiers from traversal level 1 through 6, and you get currency unlocks for these for completing that the first time. There's a lot to do, which is why I've spent so much time on this game. One thing I need to start working on before the end of the year is my annual wrap-up of all the stuff that we did here on stream throughout the year in 25. Usually what I'll do is talk about all the games and projects and stuff that I did. This year, I think I'm going to actually do kind of like a mini ranking of some of my favorite games. And I think I'm fairly comfortable calling it now. I'll think about it some more, but I'm pretty sure Warriors Abyss is going to be my favorite game of 2025. I think time-wise, it probably has the most time spent. But the idea that this game, which is pretty simple and in concept, but has a lot to do, the idea that this game would beat Monster Hunter Wilds, or just a Monster Hunter game in general, for my favorite game of the year is crazy. Wilds would be second place. I like Wilds a lot, but I've spent more time in this game than Monster Hunter, and that never happens. Okay, we picked up one unique weapon for one of the other cast members. 122 in total, so 122 characters. It's still so many. We only have 85 of 122. But we are coming up on time. There's a third character that I didn't get a chance to play through on stream today. I'll take a look at him, and then next time I stream this, we'll go through a run and see what I've learned. Where are you? He's over here. Zuolsi, the Mystic. He has kind of insane passive abilities that I want to test out. But I think we will go ahead and call it there. Do have some stuff I got to do before it gets too late. But let me see who is online that we can raid and spread the chill vibes to. Let's see. Oh, Mycelia's online. She's playing Monster Hunter. I didn't know she plays Monster Hunter. Okay, we can go head over there and see how that's going. Looks like she's going through Wilds. So let me go ahead and mute this and go to outro. We should be back on Sunday in the afternoon, maybe around the same time, and I will be starting a new playthrough for something. I have not figured out what just yet, but we will get that underway and then see what happens. So in the meantime, thanks to everybody who came by and hung out. We will continue the grind in Abyss. It'll be here on the channel, streaming off and on. I don't think every single week, but hopefully it was interesting checking it out. Hope everyone has a good rest of your day, evening, morning. And we will be back again on Sunday. Have a good one, folks. Let's go see how the monster hunting's going.